Hey there, hi there, ho there.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Book
Coven.
Coven.
We're in a jovial mood.
Jovial. That jovial creature over there is Lillian.
That stunning person there is Chelsea.
And we are your bi-weekly book club
Bi-weekly.
podcast
It's very
review.
important. Bi-weekly. Yes.
Review.
Yes.
I said that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
know.
full of spoilers and insight to some good and some not so good books. It happens. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
If you follow
yep,
us
yep,
on
yep.
YouTube and Instagram at
You should.
the.book.coven, you should. I agree. You'll already know that March is Spy Month for us.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you, Alma Katsu,
Do.
for coming out with the spy book. So our first book is The Spy and the Struggle by Aya de Leon. De Leon? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Remember
Both
to
sound
rate and
great.
review on iTunes and YouTube.
Please.
That would be
guys.
super swell.
Guys, please.
It
Do
helps
it.
us in the chart.
I know you're thinking like, oh, I gotta like go
Click
on this.
buttons.
I'm like, guys, please, it's so helpful for us. Please.
And we love you.
Support are your local witches, please.
And we love you.
We'll appreciate it so much.
You can also check out our merch on Threadless and Redbubble if you like
You should.
witchy stuff.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it tickles your pickle.
Oh yeah. If you like us, you're gonna like our merch, and that's that on that.
That's true.
So do it.
And we're going to kick it off real hot with
Oh
this
yeah.
hot synopsis. Since childhood, Yolanda Vance has forged her desire to escape poverty into a laser-like focus that took her through prep school at Harvard Law. So when her prestigious New York law firm is raided by the FBI, Yolanda turns in her corrupt bosses to save her career and goes to work for the Bureau. Soon she's sent undercover at Red, Black, and Green, an African-American extremist activist group back in her California college town. They claim a biotech corporation fueled by Pentagon funding is exploiting the neighborhood, but Yolanda is determined to put this assignment in her own win column, head back to corporate law, and regain her comfortable life. Until an unexpected romance opens her heart, and a suspicious death opens her eyes. Menacing dark money forces will do anything to bury Yolanda and the movement. Fueled by memories of who she once was and what once really mattered most. How can she tell those who've come to trust her that she's been spying? As the stakes escalate and one misstep could cost her life, Yolanda will have to choose between betraying the cause of her people or invoking the wrath of the country's most powerful law enforcement agency.
Wow.
I feel titillated.
Titillated.
That was something. I didn't comprehend a word that you said, but I read it, so I feel it. You know?
Feel it, yeah.
You know?
That was like the whole book right there.
Basically,
That was just
Jesus.
everything.
Don't have to put everything out
I
there.
know. Hello, spoilers.
I still gotta ask, you know what? I'll ask Alma, do authors write the synopses or do the publishers?
I think the publisher.
Right? And do the authors have any say in it? Because I've read some that I'm like, Jesus, guys.
I know.
Why am I even reading the book? I just read the book right now.
And we have answers. Cool. So we've got potions and pairings, as always. As always. I've made fried plantains because it's a nice traditional
We have a
African
little
dish.
chew, little
African
chew.
dishy. And fried plantains.
They still blow my mind.
I know.
Are you a banana? Are you a potato? Are you sweet?
taste
Are
good.
you savory? What are you? You're
I
just
like it.
good.
Which is good. Cutting them when they're green is a pain in the ass. Did not enjoy. But worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. Also, we made a Negroni because that seems like a really fancy spy drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh?
It's like a take on a Negroni because I didn't have all the ingredients. Okay, I don't hate it.
I'll tell you right now, Chelsea, we're already drunk, and this is going to put us on a new dimension.
Yeah, there are 3 shots of alcohol.
Oh, it's very sweet, so that tells me that's going to get me fucked, and I am here for it, kids.
Here to party.
I ain't working, I'm on EI. I'm shut down, fam. I can get drunk.
I'm shut down.
Oh, Chelsea, this book.
Did you enjoy it?
soon to say.
What?
I finished it yesterday. I was left like, huh. Here are my thoughts. And I'm going to give them to you right now.
Laid out.
Hashtag purred happily. Do you know, have you guys watched Parks and Recreation?
No.
It's on Netflix. Watch it and you'll understand that reference. Okay, so when this book, the first part of this book I thought was too slow.
Okay.
I was like, why are we spying on these kids? What's the deal with this corporation? What's going on? She barely did any spy work in the beginning.
Kind of.
And then when the body goes missing, Anitra, then I was like, okay, this is spicy. I like a missing body. Obviously, we got some police shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to turn the book around. But then they barely did anything with that. And it was all like the romance with her and Jimmy. And I'm sorry, I hated her and Jimmy.
I did too.
The first time they have sex.
Oh, it was too much.
I shudder to say this, but I feel I have to tell you. I have to warn you so you don't go into this blind like I did. She said, not sang, said, gitchy, gitchy, ya, ya, da, da, like the Lady Marmalade song. And then he said, free old Lady Marmalade. And then they had sex.
And it was way too graphic.
I had
Out of the blue.
Yeah, I had to put the book down.
Yeah.
That was the cringiest thing.
Too much about his penis and about the thrusting.
And
It
he
went
just
there.
seems so, like,
Annoying.
pushy.
Yeah.
And
Needy.
I didn't like them at all. And that was a huge part of this book. So every time they started, I was like, ugh.
I know. I hated them.
I like the cause they were fighting for.
Yeah.
I liked the missing body. I liked trying to fight this horrible corporation. But the actual, like, story and pace of it was
Yeah. Yeah, so what I liked about the beginning is that we didn't get too into her job at the law office.
Yeah.
And we didn't get into why they were raided or anything. It was just like, yep, she was the whistleblower, and now the FBI likes her and wants to take her.
straight into the spy.
I liked that it was like, bam, right into that.
Yeah,
And
you
like,
don't have to deal with, like, her training in Quantico.
Right, like her training went by super fast. It was just like, now I shoot guns, now I do this, blah, blah, blah.
Good for
I
you.
liked that. I didn't like that whenever it switched characters, there was no switch in chapters. Sometimes there was, but it didn't say which character it's following. So it would be following Yolanda for like most of it, and then all of a sudden you're following Rodriguez. And it's like, huh?
Only for like a few, like he wasn't even
Just a
that
few
important of a
paragraphs.
character.
It was very
he'd
weird.
pop in randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I felt about that. It confused me. And
Yeah,
I
because
didn't-
I'd forget all about him. And then like, oh, no,
Yeah.
Officer Rodriguez is on the scene.
You're like,
I'm like,
huh?
Who?
Sorry, come again? What?
I was just really like, I wish I knew more of like what was the FBI's plan? Why did they send her there, really? Because they seemed like they just happened upon this murder mystery. But without that, what were they doing?
They just thought it was an extremist group. Maybe it was like a long game thing. Like you're going to be there for like months, maybe a couple years. Right? Just to see like how far they take it.
They don't have huge government backing. Yes, they do
Right.
protests and stuff, but they're teenagers
I know.
mostly. They're not some like vicious group.
But they don't know that.
I knew that right away.
Oh, I know.
Fuck.
Don't you guys need to listen to them once and understand that they're not going to bomb
And like, why are
anyone?
you even like? Why is the FBI backing? Well, I guess that's a loaded question. The government rarely backs the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Randall Corporation is shady as fuck,
Yeah.
and the FBI was protecting the wrong person and botching the investigation.
And they were being paid for it,
yeah.
which is scary.
And yeah, it probably happens a lot, but I don't know. I wasn't per se bored. That didn't seem like a right sentence, but I wasn't necessarily bored. I was just like, where's the spy stuff? She planted some bugs and that's it.
Yeah.
She didn't seem like an FBI agent, which I
No.
guess is kind of cool to see.
That's what she needed to be,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I was apprehensive about spies, and this didn't really sell me on it yet.
Okay. Fair enough. I enjoyed the read enough. But yeah, there were definitely some things that I was just like, ugh.
Oh yeah, like it didn't struggle to read it. It is a well-written book. And And there's,
It's just daunting with the relationship stuff.
yeah. And I didn't particularly care for Yolanda, but she is a well hashed out character, and I like the pacing of like
I like
flashbacks and
Yes.
stuff. Like they came in a good part.
I like how she was written because it was very much like she was the opposite of these kids and the adults in RBG. She was like super intense, well put together because her family life was terrible and weird. So she's like the opposite. And she was just very much that person where she thinks that like, oh, you're not successful because you're not applying yourself.
Yeah, she's a real like. That's why the only reason I didn't like her, she's really kind of extreme. Like,
Yes.
a pro athlete, she like has to do this, has to believe in herself.
Yeah.
She's all like rah rah, let's go.
And she didn't understand what they were
Structured.
doing.
Yeah.
But
It's not. I'm a hot mess. I
character
can only
development.
relate to someone who's a hot fucking mess.
yeah, she was okay.
Yeah, she's not bad. Like, I don't think she was a bad person, but
No,
I just like wouldn't hang out with her.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I thought her character development was good because she did learn
Yes.
like to appreciate what these kids are fighting for and the fact that this actually needs to be fought for.
Yeah.
So these kids are doing a really good job. And she finally got it, which was just fantastic. She was on the FBI set and then they turned her.
Oh, immediately I was like, these kids ain't doing anything. The FBI
I know.
and Randall is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how she didn't
I
get there
usually think
sooner.
that anyway.
Yeah.
Big corporation, FBI, they can't be trusted.
Well, she thinks differently than
she does, yeah.
Not that she had a tough upbringing. Her family was a mess, but she didn't grow up in like
the ghetto or anything.
yeah, like where they are, where they're completely ignored by the police and the
Right.
people that are supposed to protect them. They're all like poor and struggling to work, and then these white people have this fucking fancy ass building with these fancy ass jobs.
And then don't hire them.
Yeah. And she just didn't come from that kind of world. She like
Yeah.
as soon as she left her mom, she made
White
sure she
boarding
didn't
school.
live in like that kind of environment. So she pushed herself to be independent and get everything she achieves. And if you can do that, good for you. I am not that kind of person yet.
Yet. Just got push.
Yeah.
Push it.
I don't know. It was like it was an odd book for me.
It was odd. Jimmy, I did not like.
Not at all.
Like, not even a little bit. He was so, I mean, he was sweet in some ways, but oh my God, he was so annoying. Go out with me. Go out with me.
He
Go
kept
out with
pushing
me.
her too much, and then tried to like. He kept saying, "I love you." He kept saying, "Like, look, we're gonna be together. We need to
Like, you don't know
stay
her.
over at my house. We
Yeah.
need to have sex. We need to do this. Like, chill."
Yeah. You don't know her yet.
Yeah,
But, we're like soulmates. And
yeah. Oh, they were just. Ugh, they were so embarrassed. And his whole like, "If you touch me, I'm gonna come."
yeah.
That sex scene. It goes on for like 2 chapters.
I was eating lunch at work. I was reading it and I could feel that I was getting flushed. And like, I felt awkward. So I kept looking like, is anyone reading over my shoulder?
He's a real. It's not even dirty talk. He just
No, it was-
talks a lot.
He talks a lot. And then the descriptions were like
Yeah.
too much. And he's so pushy.
And if someone says like, "If you touch my penis, I'm gonna come," and then I would just be like, "Well, that's
well, okay, bye.
sad. Do I not
I touch
it?" I thought we were.
What do I do? What do I do here?
And like, don't tell me that. Just Jesus Christ. Come on.
He was weird.
I don't want to talk. Oh God, I just hated them so much.
I just find it weird that she was into him.
I don't get it.
I don't either. Because he's a runner? I mean, because
Yeah.
that's pretty easy.
If it was just that kind of like the initial relationship where they were just like kind of flirting while running, if it
Right.
was just that,
that would have been
great.
fine. Mhm.
But then he was in RBG and
Yeah. He filled his role for the book, right?
yeah.
It's like part of why she changed her mind was the new budding
Oh, and he
romance.
kept saying like, "Oh, but my woman's getting shot at. I have to
Yeah.
protect her. You can't leave." She's an FBI agent, bro.
You don't need to protect her at all.
Fucking relax.
She'll protect you. Yeah. No, I didn't like that either. I did like Marcus, though.
Yeah, Marcus was cool. And the youth are
And the
cool.
youth, yeah.
And Sheena.
Yeah, I liked Sheena.
Sweet hippie Sheena. Sheena.
But Marcus is like, what, the oldest there? 40-something?
I think so.
But he was like super passionate. I didn't agree with everything he said because sometimes he was a little blunt and rude about it.
Yeah.
To people he didn't need to be rude to. But
It just depends where you grew up, what environment you're stuck in.
he's just passionate and he's nice. And he was like trying, I appreciated that he explained to Yolanda, like he got her to edit the newsletter that the kids wrote and she completely changed everything. And he's like, no, it has to be the way the kids speak.
Yeah.
That was like a political choice.
Yeah, and he really just wanted the youth to have a better life than he did.
I know.
And I'm so glad he didn't turn out to be like some creepy cult leader. Like, I think Yolanda, when she went into it, she thought that was what she was going to get.
Because that's what the FBI profiled him as, right? Like he's the ringleader. He's manipulating kids' minds, and
I think all of their intel just came because they sent the wrong guy in initially.
Yeah.
Who was all into that kind of. He was like, "Yep, these guys are corrupt. They're fucked up. He's having some kind of weird relations with these kids." So yeah, they just thought that was what they were.
yeah.
But then
That's
you
true.
should learn through their surveillance. She set up all the surveillance that they're not fucking.
Yeah, but I think they wanted and needed them to be like an extremist group, right? Because if that's the case, they can go after them and get them away from Randall because they label them, no, you're a terrorist group.
Yeah.
So they don't have any qualms with being dicks to them, right? And like arresting them. If they decide like, oh, they're not terrorists, they're just a bunch of kids, then they can't go after them.
Terrorist group.
Yeah. Terrorists.
All their meetings are like, hey, it would be nice if we had well-paying jobs that you promised us when you built this city, and
and they were
weren't
being
all struggling.
tutored.
Yeah,
They set up tutoring for
yeah.
the
If you
kids.
could bump
and-
up our education and like, hey, the climate is horrible. The world is dying.
They're environmentalists. They're,
Nope, terrorist group.
that's the great thing about everyone always thinks like, oh, these fucking kids don't understand life, blah, blah, blah. Those are the people who need to be protesting, right? Because they're the ones who get that passionate and they don't have jobs. So it's like, you have free time. So
I'm trying to get out. For a long, long time, I've been stuck in the whole like hopelessness in humanity.
oh, right,
I
right.
think like, yes, it's great to want the world to get better, and I hope people push for that because I like people like I'm stuck in the mindset of like we're ruining the
fucked.
world and nothing we do is going to change it. Humanity is just in our
Doomed.
DNA fucked. We will always fight each other. We will always hate, and we will never make the right decision. So we're gonna wipe out and die, and that's that. I've never protested. I've never felt passion. Like I feel. Yes, the world is fucked. Yes, they're fighting for the right things. Yes, the climate is dying. Yes, there are so many groups that don't get the protection they deserve from their leaders. They're poor. They don't get the jobs they deserve.
They don't get the education that
I
they
don't
need.
get the education. But I'm not. I can't like fix that. I'm just. Everything sucks.
That's okay. It's
I'm
not
stuck,
for everybody.
I'm stuck in that world.
Right. But that's the thing. You don't have to feel pressure to do that. It's not for everybody. And it shouldn't be everyone's responsibility to be that passionate about stuff like that because we still need people in the world to do certain jobs. And you can't necessarily. That's why I think it's best if the youth are the ones who do it because they don't have jobs. They've got the time and they have the energy, the fire. I remember being a teen. I was passionate about fucking everything. Everything that pissed me off, I'm like, I'm going to fix it.
Oh, if you can keep that passion of youth, that's what you got. They need to focus on that and teach that more.
Right.
Because when you become an adult, it is very easy to be just a pessimistic fuck who's like, yeah, we're all going to die, whatever.
Yeah,
What's the point? You can't lose that fight, man.
Don't lose the fire. The fire.
And they're the generation that's gonna fix it. If anyone is gonna, we're older now. We're fucking dying out. If anyone's gonna fix it, they're gonna fucking fix it.
We're not even 30.
We're old enough. I feel old.
I feel old. What about when you're 50? I wonder how you'll feel.
I mean,
You'll be like 30-year-old
people that
Lillian
are-
didn't even know.
the people that are in office now and like the leaders of the world,
They're
now
too fucking old.
Now we're at a bad. Yeah, they're the old people. They need to leave,
Yeah.
and the youth need to come in and keep that passion and bring it into their adulthood when they can actually make
And get into
changes in the world.
politics.
Yes.
I don't think enough good people want to get into politics.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the weird schizos.
Yep.
Less white men in
Oh,
politics, please.
God. Please just keep putting in more women. Please.
Women, minorities, that'd be great.
One female vice president.
Well, they got her.
Yeah. Just now.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. In 2020. Just now.
I know.
2020.
I know.
God, guys.
About damn time.
Yeah.
So the FBI characters
Yeah.
in this book, I really like that Yolanda had two female ones that
Yeah.
were actually like not total assholes.
Yeah.
And they were helping her. And then the Campbell, the boss guy, was a
dickhead? Yeah.
complete psycho dick. It was nice to have the contrast though, because the two women were actually like supportive of her.
I feel like women in the FBI or like those heavy, like in the military and whatever, I hope that they're all supportive of each other. I don't know
hope so.
anything about the vibe there, but I know that like it's a mostly male dominated world. So I hope that all the women just instinctively trust
Look out
each
for
other.
each other.
Yeah, and support each other.
Yeah, I hope so. I do hope so. Anitra Jenkins, we talked about, she was the big plot point.
Yeah.
Rodriguez was like just thrown in there randomly because he found her and didn't believe that it wasn't foul play, which I appreciate.
Yes.
But he was like a rookie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that's why, because he was
Oh,
still
for
new
sure.
and he wasn't hardened by the job.
Yeah.
So he's still passionate. And I really liked his part of the story where he went around trying to figure it out. Like he found Ernesto and discovered all of that, like the fact that they murdered the two workers.
Oh, yeah, he did most of the work.
He did
Yolanda really
everything.
didn't do anything.
Well, she did get
Just-
shot for it.
yeah,
No.
but- She didn't put the work in, honestly. She planted some bugs and then went off with
I
Jane.
know.
Yeah.
Let's go to a hotel.
Rodriguez was cool, and I wish there was more of that. In fact, I wish she, like, worked with him
I
more.
thought they were going to work together more.
Yeah. Because, like, when they were investigating, when they brought up the body and it was empty, the coffin was empty, I was like, damn, now we're going,
Yeah,
son.
I was really happy to read
And
that.
then they fixed it in, like, a couple of chapters. It wasn't, like, I want a whole intense, like, going to the cabin,
yeah.
like, going through the security, like, solving this mystery. I don't know. It was more like people said what was going on.
That's true. And she just like was like, "Hey, is that a boat on the water?" It was, and they pulled it over, and there was a freezer, and inside was Anitra Jenkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see that. Let me
Yeah.
feel that.
I want to,
man.
yeah, I want to feel it. in my
Build up
bones.
to it, bro.
Yeah,
That was the only exciting part of this book, and it was like,
so small, smidgen. I know. I remember. I was like, "This is all that's left." I'm like, nothing happened yet.
yeah. I don't know. Reading and watching like heavy social activism stuff.
Right.
Yes, it's super important, and I wish I could watch it and read it and appreciate it. But when I read it or watch it, I'm so bored, and I'm
No one's dead
sorry.
yet. What?
It's too real, and it's like
It's
if
true,
I
it's
wanted
real.
to hear this, I just turn on the news. The same thing is probably happening somewhere.
It is. Yeah.
And it, I don't know. Yeah, I want spy shit. I want
No,
people
that's
running
fair.
around and trying to kill each other, and
I liked his part. I liked that part of the story. I liked that is what Randall did.
Yep.
Like she died on the job because they were making a secret weapon for the FBI. And they faked her death as like
'cause they
an
knew-
overdose.
yeah, they knew they could.
Yeah. And then they dig up her body and to hide it. Like that's like what everyone pictures big corporations doing, right?
That's totally what they do.
They just have so much money.
Yeah.
Like if they can hire the FBI as
Oh, a worker
protection?
died on the job.
Just throw her in a freezer out back.
Yeah, whatever about him. Drugs, sure, she could be on heroin.
I love it though. They were supposed to be environmentally conscious, Randall Corp, and
like a drug that it seemed like some kind of acid thing, like she inhaled.
Yeah, that was the bomb.
Yeah.
Not bomb, but like weapon.
Super environmentally friendly.
Right? And I do like that. I think it was Marcus that pointed it out that their oil, after they actually send it somewhere else to another country to be refined, and then it gets shipped back to them. So because of all of that process, they're using the same amount of fossil fuels as regular oil companies.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're doing nothing.
But they don't tell you that.
But they don't tell you. But that is a good point that he made, because we should be looking into that more, because a lot of the electric cars have the same issue. It's with the shipping and everything. You end up using the same amount of emissions just through the manufacturing process. Like, they're harder to manufacture, and they have to mine the lithium, all that good stuff.
See, this
right?
is what I'm talking about.
There's so much to worry about.
Everything is shit.
And everyone's lying.
Yeah. And you're like, okay, well, I don't trust any of the government.
And then what?
And, they say society is going to die out in 50 years. And yeah, I believe it.
Sure, yeah.
Because we're all fucking idiots.
And everyone's lying about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that's life, folks.
Oh, man.
So, it's not that this is a bad book.
No.
It's just, I'm not in that mindset. It's not how I think. I'm such a, pessimistic, nihilistic bitch. I just hate everything and everyone. So I don't know how to respond to this kind of activism.
That's funny.
But I think if you believe in it and if you're passionate about it, the world needs you. So you
100%.
absolutely should go through that and get through to fucks like me who are like, no, we're all going to die and we deserve it.
Yeah, but you're not contributing to the poison of the world, right?
I try, and I'm trying to be
just-
more environmentally conscious of what I'm doing. With my personal life, I try to do as best as I can not harm the world.
That's good.
But,
That's the most each of us can do, really.
yeah.
Unless you have a big corporation or whatever.
Fucking, yeah.
Another thing I liked, because this felt like how it would actually be, when she was learning about that COINTELPRO incident with the Black Panther Party or whatever, she knew she couldn't search it on her phone or her computer, because she's like, well, obviously the FBI is watching me. I work for them.
Yep.
And they need to make sure I'm not turning. So she goes to the library, grabs a magazine, hides the book in it, and is like super sneaky, then hides it again as she's leaving, buys a different book, writes down all of her notes in it. And
Yeah, she's
I
pretty good.
liked all of that, deceptive stuff where she was just getting out her entire experience just in case the FBI turned on her. She was so smart about that. Her friend recommended that, and that was just such a
I
good
feel like
idea.
that you have to. If you're in the FBI, I'm sure they're all like that. Because you literally know that's what they do. You're in the field. You know they're spying on you.
And
It's
then
the
she
FBI.
knew that someone's probably going to kill her, so she mailed it all to a lawyer.
Oh, that was a cool section.
I love that whole chase.
That was good.
Because, someone drives by and shoots at her. She knows it's at her.
A gray sedan just suddenly pulls up. Oh,
with
girl.
dealer plates.
Girl, that's a shooting.
Yeah. And then they chase her, and then you find out after that the other woman was chasing that car.
Yeah. I like that
really
she
like
followed
that.
her instincts and ducked because she knew she was going to get... Even if you don't get shot, then, what's the worst that happens?
Right.
You look like an idiot if you just dive onto the floor.
No, that's true.
Whatever. Or you could actually be getting shot at and you save yourself like she did.
Yeah. People look stupider, so just do it.
You could just be like, oh, I've fallen.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
What's I going to say?
I like that she got shot. That was fun.
Yeah, that was it added some spice finally. to
Yeah.
the book. Jesus
Spicy.
Christ. And I knew they were full of shit when Sheen was like, "You are an FBI agent? What? I feel betrayed. I'm going to tell everyone about this."
That's the thing. That was halfway through the book, I told Brad, I'm like, I kind of hope this doesn't go the way that most spy things go, where it's like, I've turned to their side. Like, I'm infiltrating. I now agree with them. They find out I'm a spy. They're mad at me, but then we make up after.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Yeah,
That was what happened.
about
But
it.
that's such like a common, typical story, right?
It was like, I don't know why the FBI was even surprised, because she was a whistleblower. She fought for what was right.
I know.
That was her whole thing from the beginning.
Hello.
So,
I think that's why they had
are you so
another
fucking-
FBI agent monitoring her.
fucking dumb.
I know.
Oh, we'll send a black woman who's familiar with the area and not that old into this program, and I'm sure she won't get swayed by them.
No, not at all. Why would she?
No. Oh, the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
Just monitor them from a distance. Don't put in an agent. You know what you're doing is wrong. You know the agent's going to fall for them.
They're just thinking about money and...
Yeah. Just monitor them from afar, FBI. Jesus.
I know.
Well, you can't just have someone break in when the building's empty and plant the bugs and that's it.
True.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
True. What's up with that? The riot felt way too real because it was so peaceful.
Timely. Yes, time.
So peaceful. And they're just like, we're arresting you in 3 seconds.
You're
What?
causing a ruckus. You've pushed me, sir. Nope. You caused this ruckus.
You're all arrested. And they had to sit on the bus for 3 hours. I would have pissed myself.
Yeah.
100% would have pissed myself.
Literally, okay, we will leave. Just give me a few minutes because there's like 500 people here.
Yeah,
Nope,
I
you
have to
haven't-
work my way out.
Nope, you have 60 seconds to get everyone out of here or they're breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Cool.
breaking the law.
Oh, and of course, instigators who are purposely planted. Yeah, I
Yes.
know they're doing
Yes.
the protests that happened recently that got out of hand. That was my first thought.
Instigators,
They
yeah.
fucking planted someone
It's
in there.
either a plant or it's some asshole who loves to stir the pot. Because some people are like that, right? Like, if a protest is happening, they'll start rioting, even though they don't care what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
They use it as an excuse. I'm going to break in and steal a TV.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing it
That's
just for the fuck of
exactly what
it.
happened. Yeah,
It's
because we're
fucked.
fucking stupid.
There's some people are really dumb.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
The
Have you seen
Capitol, right?
Idiocracy?
No.
Oh my God, you need to watch
Is that
it.
what the comedian with like a bowl cut brown hair, like tall white nerd guy?
Terry Crews
Ter-
is the president.
Terry Crews is the president
okay, so it's
in
like
it.
a fiction show.
Yeah. No, it's so fucking funny.
I'll watch it. I like
because
Terry Crews.
it starts too with like them showing why the world goes to shit, and it's because this really smart couple, like all the smart people, end up not having children. Right? It goes through their entire life. They're like planning on it, but then they get too busy with work and all this stuff, whatever. They never have kids.
No.
Idiot over here who doesn't have like anything to like at any education, doesn't want to be educated,
kids.
has 30 kids. And then that's why like it's the future and everyone's an idiot. Dax Shepard is in it too. It's really funny.
I'll watch that. That sounds fun.
But yeah, those people,
Yeah.
they're the instigators.
It's too like, it's so fake. The
Yeah.
one who's like, oh fuck the police, and like that's a fucking plan.
He's planted. He's a bug. Yeah.
Some of the conspiracies, I'm like, yeah, yeah, they're onto something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad it ended with some drama.
Yeah,
Drama for your mama. Because that would have been, oh my God.
I think it was a good book to start the spy month because it's like it's a little dip your toes into the spy world.
That's true.
It's not like hardcore spying.
Just the way it was written, at first I didn't think the body of Anitra Jenkins would become anything. It just seemed like this weird aside.
Yeah,
It made no sense because we had been following Yolanda for like 70 pages.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, there's 2 cops. And we're following these cops.
It took
Like,
like
huh?
200 pages for me to really get like why they even sent her there in the
Yes.
first place. What's the
What's going on?
conflict here?
Yeah. Still fun though.
Yeah.
I liked the themes. We had race, of course. Corporate greed and power, which always grinds my gear. Institutions and trust, and then activism.
This is a very time. It's set in COVID. They mentioned COVID.
They mentioned
at one point.
COVID.
I was like,
yeah.
whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I was like, wait a second.
We're
in
there
this.
now. We're officially in the spot where like books and TV are showing COVID now.
There are movies about it, right?
Damn.
There's like a new movie that just came out about people in
COVID.
isolation.
Yep.
Fuck.
I can't believe in history. We're going to be like in the history
We're
books.
in that.
Like, they were in the pandemic era.
At least something's happening.
And what did we do? I don't want to wear a mask. I can't.
It's not. It's my right. You know, it's only white men that say that, right?
5 minutes. All day? Sure, that could get dicey, but then people in the hospital wear that shit for like 14 hours straight.
I've been in surgery wearing a mask, and I didn't find any issue with it. Like for 4 hours, you're standing. Yeah. That's what I found issue with. Standing. Yeah. Not the mask.
Oh, it's insane. You're crying about doing it in Walmart.
I know.
Surgeons wear it the second they get in, operate on you with the whole like, oh, I can't breathe. My face is fucking blurring
and their
getting
glass,
foggy.
their gloves up to here.
They're in your body, saving your life.
With a mask on.
Holy shit, that reminds me. Oh my God, I feel like a fucking bitch. I wanted to dedicate this episode to a family friend, Jeannie. She had a lung transplant.
Oh, shit.
On Thursday. Full lung transplant. She's recovering well. Both lungs. Yeah. She had that disease. You can't breathe. I gotta forget the name. But like she needed new lungs and she got her lungs and I'm happy and she's recovering.
That's
and
amazing.
She's close to breathing on her own. Last I heard.
That's amazing.
So you go, girl. G sending
good
you
vibes.
Healing
good
vibes.
Healing vibes.
Recover. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's been wearing a fucking protection this whole time because she will die.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, I can't.
Oh, mask wear.
Anyways.
Oh, it's just funny.
Yeah.
So if you were Yolanda, would you have told Jimmy the truth? Brandon.
No, because I hate him, so I wouldn't have dated him, I guess.
Fair enough, yeah.
Also, you're in the FBI. I know it worked out well for her, but they could have easily, like, dropped you, got violent, and could have turned.
Well, they tried to kill her.
Yeah, so
but
I
like
would have,
RPG could have, yeah.
I would have just kept it.
I would have too. It's not hard
cards,
to keep a secret, girl. Like, just fucking...
Like, this isn't some casual little white lie. You're in the FBI and you've been spying on them. You're a federal agent, bro.
And they've talked shit about you so much.
You don't just you can't just go to Quantico like, okay, I'll try. And then your first mission, you're like, nope, hey, I'm a spy.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Good first mission.
Yeah.
Well done. Recommendations abound.
And then she got like all mad at him. Like, you're a
yeah.
spy. What
I
did
know.
you think was going to fucking happen?
But he did say, I'll accept anything. And it's like, well, I trusted you to accept anything I told you. Mm-hmm. But like, he's one of those guys where he would totally just say that because he's like, he's way too, what's the word? Like, he's too vibrant in the way he acts. Everything he does is so big and like positive. But you know that like he doesn't mean half of it. It's all surface.
I
right?
can't. I'm sure this is just a me thing, but like, he seemed like a bad guy to me. Like, I don't trust him in the long
he was too pushy.
run. Yeah, I do not like his vibes. He did not
either.
put off good vibes to me. I think their relationship is going to get toxic.
No, I totally feel
She
you.
might get like her mom, where like her whole world revolves around this fucking guy.
Yeah, because he wants to be around her all the time. Yeah. He wants to know everything.
Yeah.
I feel like if she hung out with a guy, he'd lose his shit.
God, yeah. They were like all up in, like they were teenagers.
I know.
Constant sex. You have a job. You're a lawyer. I'm off work, and even I'm like, sex every day, multiple times a day. Ugh.
I just thought it was offensive that they paid for a hotel every time.
Yeah. Well, she thought she was getting spied on.
She was right.
She didn't think that they were tracking her phone.
I know.
That is the
Come on.
You barely. I could track someone's phone.
Yes.
Of course they're tracking your phone. You fucking nupty.
What an idiot. That was the
That's
beautiful. She's like, oh
they're
my
just
God,
gonna
they're tracking
send
my
an
phone.
FBI agent in there without any tales of where she is.
Right.
No, they're watching you.
She opens the door. How did you know I was
Even
here?
if they trust you, they are tracking your location
100%.
by law. They
I wouldn't
have
be
to know where their
surprised
agents are.
if they somehow snuck an injected bug in you.
yeah,
Like they
chipped
just
you, yeah.
implanted you.
There's
That's
cameras in your apartment. They're watching you fuck. There's some guy in the basement like, oh.
Or it's like that
God.
Human Centipede movie where he's just jerking off.
Oh.
Was that the second one? That was the
I hope
second
in
one.
the FBI they're not jerking it to. If anyone's hacking into my computer, they're
Okay.
going to be very disappointed.
So everyone thought like, oh, the camera thing, hacking into the camera is just this like, rumor, whatever. Then you see a police chief, his laptop, and he's got the tape on his camera. FBI agents have been seen with the tape on their camera, and Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah, they can totally.
So
fucking-
cover your webcam
I'll
and your
fucking-
phone. They can do
Yeah.
that too. But I always find it funny because like everyone takes their phone in when they're pooping, so all they're seeing are
I
like
don't.
no guys.
Yeah, guys.
The
always,
men always take
I
their
don't
phone
know
in when
why
they're pooping.
shitting is such. I'm like, I want to go in. I want to get out.
Oh, me too. I'm in and out
Toilets
in like
aren't comfortable.
20 seconds.
Yeah. I don't like just sit there and your legs can just poop.
Just poop. I know. Yeah, in and out 20 seconds. But a lot of men take their phone in. So I just think that like if someone's watching, they're just seeing like double chins and like.
I only get like nervous if I'm like touching myself, but then like, what are they gonna see?
Oh, and why would? Who cares?
And then, like, yeah, I'm touching
Who are you?
myself,
Fuck
alright.
off. Yeah, you do it too.
You can just watch porn.
Exactly.
Trust me, it's not like sensual. I'm just even when I'm masturbating,
In and
I'm like,
out. In and out.
I have anxiety. If I let my mind wander, it's gone.
Oh no.
So if I'm in like a coming kind of a mood,
Yeah.
I am like, I
In
am
and out.
going to do this, and then I'm gonna
Peace.
off. Yeah.
That's fair. That's
But other than that, if someone just hacks into my computer, I'm gonna be. I look like a bag of trash, like just like a gremlin in my room.
I actually sit at my computer
Yeah.
like this.
Everyone's hunched over. You're just sitting there like,
Yeah, with a dumb face.
just like shoveling food in like a fucking trough of food just going into your mouth. It's gross. Gross.
You know what they should do? The feeding bags, just like the horse. Just strap it to your face. I don't even need my hands.
Every time I sit there like this, I like to put my hands not on my boobs,
Just
but above
above.
it because it's like a shelf. You
Okay.
know, your hands just
Okay.
rest comfortably
And you're
there.
just there like,
So I just sit there like,
that's so interesting.
that's me.
Someone who's listening to that is like, yeah, I saw it. Hacking into your
Good
shit.
for you, bro.
How many people just put their hands
On there, yeah. You had to. You got to test it.
Yeah, it's comfort. I'm telling you, do it. Not you, but if you have boobs, do it. They just sit naturally there.
It's true.
Shelf.
Shelf.
Yeah.
Top drawer.
I don't know. Everyone's just so worried about being spied on.
Yeah.
But like, what are you doing?
Exactly. What? How are you important?
Yeah.
Even if you are, whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep your bank info safe. That's all.
I like to look dead into my camera and be like, yeah, I'm touching myself. So get ready.
What up, bruh? So, if Yolanda hadn't made that romantic connection, do you think things would have been different? Like, would she still have turned?
Ooh. I think Anitra Jenkins really turned her.
Yeah.
So I think she always would have turned because she clearly you can see how they faked her death and like she died suspiciously on the job and the FBI is covering for them.
And Yolanda loves justice.
Yes.
Obviously, she's a lawyer.
Christ, I would have preferred it if she just got there without Ginny.
Me too.
But you know, whatever. We gotta have a. It was so forced. What? What do you need a romance?
Do you think when she got shot at the end, they never confirmed? Like, they said he was a rogue FBI agent.
Yeah.
Do you think he was rogue, or was he working off Campbell's orders?
No, I think Campbell said, "Hey, kill her,"
Yeah.
because the Peterson said right after she gave the information of where she was, a car suddenly appeared.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Campbell.
And she had told him. She didn't tell this rogue agent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
FBI shenanigans.
And we already talked about how the game is rigged.
Oh yeah.
Like, people There aren't winners. Yolanda thought there were winners and losers.
See,
right?
that's the thing.
And that's just not, I mean, it's true to some, like, there are losers, sure. But there are people who don't get any opportunity in life.
It's not all like black and white.
Being born into privilege is easier. You might not be happier, but in terms of getting by in life,
You can get what you want easy.
Exactly. You can get a better job. You can get a better education. It's just the
But
way
no
it is.
matter where you come from, being a human is hard. You're going to go through shit. You may have a mental disorder because that shit just fucking happens.
Oh, yeah. You can still be wealthy and look like you have all your shit
Miserable,
together
yeah.
and just be miserable.
So
Some people don't understand that side either. It's like, oh, what do you have to be sad about? It's not to be sad about.
yeah.
Sometimes there's nothing that
fucking
you're
sad.
sad about. You're just sad.
I hate that. I got that so much. Like, why are you so anxious? You have nothing to be anxious
Yes.
about.
I
Bitch,
hear that all the time.
If you fucking, it's not, it's just in me permanently. I could be in the, I know I'm super thankful that I have a roof over my head. My parents let me stay there fucking rent free. I know people don't get that.
You
so
never go
grateful
hungry.
for
There's
that.
always like your mom
but
cooking.
I'm still constantly anxious and I have
It's
to
like-
work through that.
Exactly. So it
Doesn't matter where you're
because
from.
I know some people shit on Lady Gaga after she said that she was depressed and shit.
Oh yeah, 'cause
and
she's
it's
a
like,
ma-
guys,
no.
oh my god, she has money. She also has fibromyalgia.
That's not, mental illness, there's so much.
There's
it's
so much
just
to it.
ingrained in your DNA.
Money fixes nothing.
Oh, a lot of it is
It
also
just gives you
like
freedom of spending.
You
That's
could also
it.
just genetically, like, there's something in your brain, you don't get serotonin or dopamine or whatever.
yeah.
Like, they just chemically, you can't
can't.
produce it. So, like,
And some people who have nothing are really happy. So like maybe
Yes.
you gotta check within yourself, bro.
Yeah. It doesn't, it doesn't matter what you have, where you come from. It's just that your mind, the mind is such a complex fucking, I have no control over it.
No, it's so true. So check yourself before you judge people. Just saying.
No. I think everyone should, therapy should just be and mental health, it should be such a common, like, you don't even have to think about it. If you feel like you need it, if you're a little
Then
out
you
of
just get
control,
it.
you just go do it.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah.
One day. You'll get there.
Yeah,
The
eventually.
millennials are really pushing for
We
it.
we are not in the generation where like good shit happens. We're still like in the struggle generation.
But we're pushing. Right?
Yes,
So that's the
yes.
key. That's the key.
It's the youths.
The youth.
If you weren't born like now, you're gonna hate life and everyone, and that's just fact. You need to be a youth so you can push through that.
But even then, now that we have the internet, you can hate so much and be depressed about so much because you can know everything. Like you can know what's going on in every country at any time.
Yeah, I'm just not in the. I wish I was this social activism, like protesting, environmentally friendly.
Because you feel
fucking-
strongly about these things.
Yeah, I feel it, but then like everything's just so hopeless.
But then what you do with that, you don't have to go protest, but like you use your vote as the way to
I always
change
try to
things.
do what I feel is right.
There you go. That's what counts.
That's really all you can do.
That's what counts, bro.
I'm just stuck in a negative mindset, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And if you're in a positive, please, oh my God, we need more positive we need more red, black, green. It's not red, black, green. It's red, black, green.
That was so important. Every time I read it, I'm green.
Fucking love green.
The environment rules.
Yeah.
Oh, Doyle rules.
It's a sound platform because if the world goes to shit, then no matter what you want, we're all gonna die because the world is dying and we can't stop that. So we should fucking work to stop that.
Yo.
Yeah.
Come together.
If you understood that, I applaud you. Even a demon was like, you need to stop rambling.
Girl, quit it. Calm down. Lay it out. So what song did you pick?
Ooh. Pursuit of Happiness, Kid Cudi. What happened?
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I went with one of the ones that was in the book because it felt right. Respect, Aretha Franklin.
Good.
Because these kids just wanted
As long
some
as it's
RE
not fucking Lady
SPCT.
Marmalade.
What'd you pick?
For movies?
Why'd you pick the Cudi?
Oh, why did I pick it?
Yeah.
Because it was just like the whole song is like, I'm in the pursuit of happiness. Like, life's a struggle. He's just trying to like go through it, do the best he can, try to be happy, try to be like. It just points out the good and bad in everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just like Kid Cudi. I
choice.
respect Kid Cudi. He's a real like he's gone through some mental health shit, some suicidal shit.
Damn.
And he's always fighting. And I like Kid Cudi.
Nice.
That's just a dope song.
What about your movie or show?
So this one I struggled because I would never actively seek out this kind of movie, like social activism kind of movie. Again, like I can't hold my interest to
That's all
like
right.
watch a movie of it. I no. So I thought of Black Panther instantly just because
Okay.
the villain, I loosely say villain in Black Panther, his whole thing is that he's a Wakandan. He comes from this country where everyone, it's like technologically advanced. Their people are cared for, their government, they trust their government. And then he was stuck in America where he just sees black people getting shit on. No one cares about them. His world is like there's drugs, there's crime, there's poor people. And he wants Wakanda to come into the light and like use their power to help their people
Right.
throughout the world.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like RBG. You know, they just want, like, Holloway, they have this big corporation there that's supposed to give them jobs and support the community, but they instead just give their jobs
To people
to
outside the
white
city.
people, who aren't struggling. And they're just ignoring everyone who really needs it.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good choice. I just picked Spycraft from Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to.
yeah, I want to watch it too.
And I think that'd be a cool one to watch this month because,
Yes.
like, all spy
I will
stuff.
definitely get through that.
And
yeah.
he was wearing his trench coat
Yeah.
and fucking
Oh,
fedora.
it seems so like, damn, we're going to
Yeah.
get into fucking boring spy things, but I want to
Exactly.
know what they do.
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta know. So our author here, Aya de Leon, she seems really cool. I wrote a lot for her. I just
Damn.
copied her bio. It was really good, well written. Aya is currently at work on a picture book to help talk to children about racism, as well as a Black Latina spy girl series for teens called Going Dark. Aya is the director of June Jordan's Poetry for the People, teaching poetry and spoken word at UC Berkeley. Her work has received acclaim in The Village Voice, Washington Post, American Theater Magazine, Jacobin The Establishment, and has been featured on Deaf Poetry in Essence Magazine and various anthologies and journals. She was named Best Discovery in Theater for 2004 by the SF Chronicle for Thieves in the Temple, which was a solo show about fighting sexism and commercialism in hip-hop. And also in 2004, she received a Goldie Award from the SF Bay Guardian in Spoken Word for Thieves and her subsequent show. She's running for... Wait. Yep, nope. In 2005, she was voted Slaminist Poet.
Slamming. Okay.
Yep, Slaminist Poet in the
Okay.
East Bay Express. She also co-hosted the kickoff party for Current TV with Mos Def. These
Ooh,
words escaping.
I know him.
Oh, you know Mos Def? Okay.
That's the whitest thing. Oh, I know him.
Oh, I know him. She's been an artist in residence at Stanford University. Damn. A Cave Canem Poetry Fellow and a Slam Poetry Champion. Slam Poetry. Love it.
I've never been to a slam poetry show.
Oh, and she publicly married herself in the 90s.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
fucking boss.
Yeah. And for over a decade, she hosted an annual Valentine's Day show that focused on self-love, which is amazing. She has
Need
released
that.
3 spoken word CDs, several chapbooks, and a video of that previous play. After becoming a mom in 2009, she transitioned from being a touring performer into being a novelist. She began blogging in 2011, and since 2013 has been consistently blogging on race, gender, and culture.
Damn.
Yeah, she's got
So
it all.
she has always remained positive,
Yeah.
which is
Love
something I wish I could do.
she's
Damn.
yeah, she's embodying RBG, right? Like right for her whole life. She's really given her. And I like that she was able to write both sides, it seemed unbiased, right? Because she wasn't like shitting on Yolanda for thinking those bad things about RBG. She understands
She
both
didn't
sides.
have to put that side in the book, but she
didn't
put
have
it in
to.
there because
Because she understands. She's empathetic to both
Oh,
sides.
yeah, it all depends on where you grew up.
Exactly.
If you didn't grow up in it, then you instantly, like, you're not, you can understand it, but you're not going to have the same connection to it.
Until you start looking it up, reading about it, educating yourself on it, and then you can really think, oh, fuck, okay, maybe I was thinking wrong.
Yeah.
So she really honed in on that.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot of experience with it, so.
Yeah. Write about what you know, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I feel bad now. I guess not that I did it, it's a well-written book. It's just
you
not,
don't have to like every book.
what I naturally go to. I don't
Totally.
It's just a different mindset.
No, and I knew this month would be weird, right?
Yeah.
Spy novels?
This is a book like you take all the shit of the world and you make something positive with it, and I'm just like, meh.
Meh.
What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do? So what's your book?
Oh, I'm going YA.
Oh, it's a YA?
It's a YA book.
I bought it and I don't even remember.
The Athena Protocol by Shamim Serif. Sorry if I said your name wrong. I'll get it right during the episode. Jesse Archer is a member of the Athena Protocol, an elite organization of female spies who enact vigilante justice around the world. Athena operatives are never supposed to shoot to kill, so when Jessie can't stop herself from pulling the trigger, she gets kicked out of the organization, right before a huge mission takes to take down a human trafficker in Belgrade. Jessie needs to right her wrong and prove herself, so she starts her own investigation into the trafficking. But going rogue means she has no one to watch her back as she delves into the horrors she uncovers. Meanwhile, her former teammates have been ordered to bring her down. Jessie must face danger from all sides if she's to complete her mission and survive.
That one sounds really good.
Sex trafficking. I am all over sex trafficking because that's just such a fear of mine because it happens. So
it fucking does. And you travel a lot.
Yeah, I travel a lot. Bathsheba, we're pretty sure she almost got trafficked. And I just read or I saw on TikTok, this guy just popped up I need to tell you guys this. I think it started in Vancouver. There's been a string of disappearances.
Oh, no.
And there's a van and 2 men that have been connected to it. And they're moving it's in Ontario, too, it happened.
Wow.
They just keep taking people for trafficking.
Well, I actually went to a local, there's this local group. It's a women's group. And they have meetings every month, not anymore right now.
Virtual meetings?
They've done a couple virtual. I haven't gone because I personally hate wearing headphones on the computer.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just drives
doesn't
me
feel
nuts.
right. Yeah.
And I don't have a webcam. I can't actually interact with them.
You don't have a web.
I don't have a webcam. Yeah.
No one can watch you jerk it. So
Pretty
look
much.
at you.
I mean, I wouldn't in my computer room. We're really just set up for games there and work.
Yeah.
But yeah, they one of the events that I went to was about sex trafficking, sex work, and abuse. And there was a woman who had been sex trafficked in our town who was there, and she was talking about her story, and it was it was so intense. And she was mentioning how many women in this tiny community are being sex trafficked.
Oh yeah,
right now.
You think it's so ludicrous. I'm never gonna get fucking. Why is that gonna happen?
But it's happening just down the street.
So many disappear, and then if you really look into it, there are so many unexplainable disappearances where they just fucking vanish. And they're being trafficked.
And the cops are just oh, it's a runaway.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then even before, there was another case in Toronto where people in Toronto are going missing, and someone in the Eaton Center, there was something with religion where if they say a phrase, there's a phrase they say.
Oh no!
And I'm sorry, I forgot it. Useless. It's just out of my mind. But they said this woman in Eaton Center, she got approached by this random lady who said something about a Bible verse.
Oh no!
And that's code for sex trafficking. if they say that to you, and
They're gonna
she
take
heard
you?
that,
Yeah.
and she remembered like, oh, that's the thing that they say. So she fucked off. She got people. She's like, nope, and she posted a warning video. So like, yeah, it happened.
Shit. Normally, if people say Bible verses to me, I tell them to go fuck
Oh
themselves.
yeah. It'll get you, bruh.
I've yelled at so many people on Toronto streets.
I just tried to keep myself like I don't want to deal
They
with
wouldn't take
you.
me.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
Oh,
But
well,
like Brandon's
it's not
actually
gonna-
had to like hold me back from a woman that I was yelling at because she was scamming people.
I wish I was that. I wish I could be that cop. I'm working on it.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
But yeah, it can happen. It almost happened to our friend. The more she told me about it, I was like, yeah, that seems.
A good way to get rid of people is to say, you have 5 seconds until I scream. Mm-hmm. And then they'll just back off because they're like, well, fuck you, bitch. And they just walk away because they're like, you're a psycho.
Yeah, I'm
It's
more
like,
in that vibe of I used to like, oh, there are so many where like I kind of, it's not that I went towards them, but I let them like say what they're going to fucking say.
Well, because you don't know.
Yeah, I
You're-
don't know.
you're
But now I'm
scared.
like, I don't know you. I don't care about this.
Yeah, no,
Bye.
fuck you. Yeah.
I will scream bloody murder.
Yeah. Because, like, that's
Test
their worst
me, bro.
fears. Like,
Test me, bro. I don't
bring
trust
attention.
you.
Exactly.
No.
5 seconds and I scream.
A car tried to block off our friend to pull her in.
It's Toronto,
If
man.
she, no,
It's Toronto.
no,
There's a bunch of crazies there.
lunatics.
I've had it all because our school, for some reason, our college would end sometimes at like 9 p.m., 11 p.m. So you're like, well, I have to get back before 1 a.m. because the buses stop.
Oh, I wish you could walk around at night because I like the nighttime.
I know.
It's so peaceful. I'm anxious in crowds.
I'm always so scared though at night.
Yeah. If you go out
Even
at
if
night.
I'm with someone, I'm still
yeah.
scared because it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, some people just shank because they're bored, like because they're crazy, right? Mm-hmm. You have that many people in one area. Mm-hmm. My mom and I got followed in LA. We were on Hollywood Boulevard, and then we walked past where the lights were, and I'm just like, okay, it's dark, Mom. We got to walk faster. A guy literally came out of an alley. He's like, where you going, baby? And
Don't worry
started,
about it.
He started following us like really fast and getting close, and he like almost touched my mom, and I'm like, run. So we just ran to the car and fucking booked it.
Yeah, I want to be a solo
thanks.
traveler, but it's
No, it's
that
not worth
reason
it.
I can't fucking do it.
It's not worth it.
And I know there are solo female travelers who love it and they'll stand by it, but
even,
like,
like-
it's too scary. Jesus Christ. I'm in my own goddamn neighborhood. Some guy said hello to me and I didn't say anything. He's like, oh, you fucking bitch. You can't even say hi to people? Do I know you?
I would have just told him to go fucking kill himself.
He's the neighborhood drunk.
Oh,
My mom has seen his penis. He pees on the sidewalk.
oh my God.
I've thought he was dead several times because he'll just be collapsed in the snow.
Oh my God.
And you're like, are you okay?
And it's like, you're a dick, so I'm not even going to call
Yeah.
the cops. Just, if you're
He
dead, I'm
lives
going to leave
somewhere and
you.
he always fucking tries. And so I'll like walk across the street like, oh, here comes this fucking guy again.
Traveling's iffy even if you're with
Yeah.
someone. My mom's friend and her 6'4" husband or boyfriend,
Fucking murder.
they got murdered.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Crazy.
So like, you're never really safe. But I mean, you're not safe in your own hometown, right? So
oh, yeah. There's so many random shootings now. Who the fuck
shit can
knows?
happen everywhere.
Trust no one. Be prepared for everything.
We're not bringing about a good vibe, are we?
Again, I'm just naturally like, I hate everyone. Everyone is a suspect.
You know where everyone's real nice and real calm? Barbados.
Oh,
If they ask you if you want to buy drugs and you say no, they're just like, cool, all right. And then they walk away. And you're just like, sweet.
I had a little bit of that in Costa Rica.
Nice.
So, like, you want drugs?
And then you say no, they're just like, cool.
Well, my brother just stopped me. I was like,
Oh, and he's just
take
like,
some.
bitch, you don't know what's in those.
but then a man came out of nowhere and offered to take us scuba diving, even though the sea was rough. No one else was scuba diving.
Like, fuck
and
no,
my
bro.
brother was like, "No, let's do it."
Okay.
And that's when I had a panic attack because
You're
the
like,
waves
buddy.
were like, I almost drowned. And he was cool as a cucumber.
Oh my God.
And I was just sitting there. At one point, I turned around. Everyone was miles away from me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, cool, this is where I die.
This is it. This is when I die. Great.
So just trust your body, trust your
instincts.
instincts. Yeah. Be suspicious of everyone. Life's
But have a good
dangerous.
time.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we're here for a good
If
time.
you can be positive,
long
I want
time.
everyone to be positive and to fight for what they believe in. I personally can't, but I hope that others can and they fix the world. I hope you fix the world. Hopeless for me.
Can if you believe, Lily.
Yeah.
If you believe.
I'm trying to fix, I'm trying to fix myself.
That's true. You got to fix
The
you
world
first.
is too big for me and my
this moment.
bruised heart to fix. So I'm just going to fix myself.
Yeah.
And if the world dies, all right. I fixed myself. And that's all that.
Could you imagine,
matters.
like, right when you're just like, I love me, it like the world
world
explodes, and you're just like,
Cool.
oh fuck.
Then I would be zen about death and I will accept the next phase of that.
I'm ready for death.
I
I'm
refuse
zen
to
about it.
believe there is nothing. Actually, even if there is nothing, that's kind of nice.
We are the universe experiencing itself, right? That's it. We're the universe experiencing itself because we have consciousness. So when you die, you're just back to the universe. Like you just are.
Yeah.
And then it keeps experiencing itself in different ways.
Yeah.
And it's all good. It's okay.
I'm opening myself
See?
more
It's
and
okay.
more to the peculiar aspect of
Peculiar.
the world.
I love
And
it.
I'm feeling it.
Just like
I'm
right there
ready.
in your bones. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm making that face.
I don't know how we held this conversation for as long as we did.
Sometimes just get going. How long's it been?
There's nothing up here.
Okay. Well,
Seems
we're
like
going to
good
wrap
stuff.
up.
Yeah, seems like a good spot to wrap her up.
We ate all the plantains. Well,
Because they were
mostly.
yummy.
Those 3 plantains.
Oh.
You know, cutting a green plantain is a pain in the ass.
It seems hard.
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
Seems tough-a-roo. Yep.
That's a tough room. That was Lily.
Chelsea.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Stay.
So
Excellent.
she's not even there. There she goes. Excellent.